Okay, for this project, I'm using a Red Heart Medley yarn, which is number 5 bulky, and it's 100% acrylic. Now, you don't have to use this yarn, but I would recommend you use some type of number 5 bulky to make it turn out the same size as mine. And there are 86 yards in this skein, and it took me about 12, I got 12 skeins of it. So you're going to need around 1,000 yards of the bulky yarn. You can make it longer than mine if you want, but you'll just need more yarn than what I say. And the color I am using is called Sandy. And I'm going to be using a size K, which is a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook. Okay, we're going to start on the collar of the poncho first. And you want to start out with a chain of 70. Now, I already got this part done, so I'm going to show you on a smaller scale because it's really easy. But you want to start with a chain of 70. And once you get your chain of 70 made, without twisting your chain, follow it down, you want to slip stitch into your first stitch to form one large ring. Just like that. And now what you want to do is chain 1, and then you want to go back into that same stitch that you slip stitched into and do a single crochet. So right back through the same spot, a single crochet. And now you want to work 1 single crochet in every stitch all the way around until you get back to the beginning. And when you get back to the beginning, you should have a total of 70 stitches. So go ahead and keep working 1 single crochet in every stitch until you get back around to the beginning. When you make it back around to the beginning, remember yours is going to be a lot bigger than mine because I'm just doing it on a smaller scale. You want to count and make sure you have 70 stitches, not counting that chain 1 that we did. That chain 1 we did does not count as anything. But if you count and you have 70 stitches, I'm going to use a stitch marker here. I'm just going to go ahead and put a stitch marker right here. That way I know where I end and where I begin each round. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over here to the first single crochet we made. Not this chain 1 here, but the first single crochet. And I'm going to single crochet into it. Just like that. And I'm going to continue around again, putting 1 single crochet in every stitch until I get back around to my stitch marker. So this is all it is now. It's just rounds of 1 single crochet in every stitch. When you get back around to your stitch marker, all you do is pull it out and move it up and continue around again. Each round you should end with 70 stitches. You want to make sure you have 70. That's the magic number, or the poncho is not going to, the big part of the poncho is not going to work out. You got to make sure you have that number. So just continue around doing rounds of 1 single crochet in every stitch, moving your stitch marker up each round, 70 stitches at each round, and you want to do that for a total of 20 rounds. Okay, after you get your 20 rounds done, this is what it looks like. So that's going to be the collar. Now what we want to do is I've made it to my stitch marker on my 20th round. What I'm going to do is slip stitch right here into the next stitch like that. Now go ahead and pull your yarn up. So we're going to continue from that spot, but you don't want to lose it. I'm going to flip my work inside out. So I'm just going to take it right here from the bottom and flip it inside out. That way the stitches that we're getting ready to do will be on the right side, and then this is on the wrong side now, but when we decide get ready to fold it over at the end, it'll be on the right side of the work. So now I'm going to just pick up where I left off here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chain 1. Now I'm going to be working right back into this same stitch that we slip stitched into. And now we're going to start forming the points. This first stitch will be the point of the poncho. And the point, there's going to be 2 points on this poncho. We can go ahead and remove this stitch marker because we don't need it anymore. And every point is going to be made the same. So working right back into the same stitch that we just slip stitched into, I'm going to work 2 double crochet. So there's 1 and 2, and now I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to go back into that same stitch and work 2 more doubles, and that's going to form the first point of the poncho. Like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work 1 double crochet into the next 34 stitches. So starting right here with my first stitch. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and here's 34. So here's the first point we did, and then after that I did 34 double crochet in a row. And now what I'm going to do on the next stitch is another point. So in the next stitch I'm going to put 2 double crochet, and then I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to put 2 more double crochet all into that same stitch. Now I'm going to put 1 double crochet in all the stitches until we get to the end, and there should be 34 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, once you make it to the end, you want to go ahead and slip stitch into your first double crochet. Like that. So now what we have is we have 2 points to the poncho, and there's 34 stitches in between each point. So now we're going to be working front post double crochet and back post double crochet. And we're going to start off now every time with a chain of 3. And that chain of 3 is gonna count as a back post double crochet. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to the next stitch, and I'm gonna do a back post double crochet around the post. So I'm gonna yarn over, and I'm gonna go around the post of the stitch from the back, and then like that, and that way the post is on the back of my hook, and that's why it's a back post. And then we go ahead and yarn over and draw up your yarn and do your double crochet like normal. And now we're at our chain 2 space. And every chain 2 space is always going to get the same thing. It's going to be the point. It's going to get 2 double crochet, just 2 regular double crochet, a chain of 2, and then 2 more double crochet, all into that chain 2 space. Like that. Now since we started, we have 2 back post double crochets over here because this chain 3 is acting as a back post. We want to start over here with a back post double crochet. So what if there's back post over here, you want to make sure you start with back post over here. So we're going to yarn over and go around the post from the back like that. And the post is on the back, and go ahead and yarn over and do your double crochet, and I'm going to do that again into the next stitch, back post double crochet like that. And now I'm going to do a front post double crochet around the post of the next 2 stitches. So I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to go around the post like that. Now the front post is on the front of our hook. And then we go ahead and do our double crochet. Again, I'm going to do a front post double crochet again. So I yarned over like that, and then go ahead and do your double crochet. And that's kind of the repeat now. Now I'm going to do back post double crochet over the next 2 stitches. So I'm going to yarn over and go around the post from the back like that. And then again in the next, around the post of the next one. And now I'm going to do front post double crochet around the post of the next 2. So I'm going to yarn over and go right around the post like that. And yarn over, and then we're going to go around the post of the next. Just like that. Now it's back post double crochet around the next 2. And then front post double crochet around the next 2. Like that. And we're just going to keep repeating that. And you can see the posts are starting to show, but once you get more rows, the posts will become a lot more apparent. You'll be able to see them a lot more. Flip it over, there's posts on the back too. So it's 2 back posts double crochet, and then 2 front posts, 2 back posts and 2 front posts, and you want to repeat that pattern until you get over here to your next point. Okay, I'm coming up to my next point, and I did 2 front post double crochets, and now these 2 stitches are going to be back post double crochets. And now I'm going to do my point in this chain 2 space. It's going to be the same as it always is, 2 doubles, chain 2, and then 2 more doubles all into the chain 2 space. And now we're going to start again. And since right over here, these 2 were next to the point where back post double crochet, we're going to start over here with a back post double crochet. So I'm going to do a back post double crochet around the first 2 stitches. There's 1 and 2, and now I'm going to do front post double crochet around the next 2. So I'm just going to repeat this like I did on the other side. 2 back post double crochet, and then 2 front post double crochet. And I want to repeat this until I get back to my starting point. 2 back post double crochet, and then 2 front posts all the way over here till you get back to where you started. Okay, I'm coming to the end here, and I just did 2 back post double crochet, and I have 2 stitches left. And those are both going to be front post double crochets. There's 1, 2, and now we're going to end this round by slip stitching into the top of your first chain 3, like that. And now we're just going to kind of repeat this, but we're going to be keeping the front post lined up and the back post lined up. So we're going to chain 3 again, which is counting as a back post a double crochet, and then the next stitch is a back post double crochet, so we want to go ahead and do a back post double crochet around that. So counting that chain 3, there's 2 back posts double crochet. Okay, now these next 2 stitches are front post double crochets, so I'm going to front post double crochet around them. So 1 and 2, and now I'm in my chain 2 space, and I'm going to do my point, and as always it's going to be the same. It's going to be 2 double crochet, a chain of 2, and then 2 more double crochets, all into that same chain 2 space. Now, since these 2 were front post double crochets, you need to start over here with front post double crochets, and you can see that these are actually front post double crochets too. So we're just keeping front post double crochet around the first 2. We're just keeping the posts lined up like that, and then back post double crochet around the next 2. So just go right in. So 1 and 2, and now the next one is going to be 2 front post double crochet, oh, there's 1 and 2, and then back post around the next 2, which you can tell that they are back posts, so just keeping them lined up. Back post, always back post around back post, and then you always front post around front post, and then front post double crochet in the next 2. So we're kind of just repeating repeating what we've been doing, and then back post until you get to your next point. And then 2 front posts, and then 2 back posts, all the way till you get to your next point. And the more you can start to tell that the posts are sticking out a little bit more. Okay, when you make it to your next point, I just did 2 back post double crochet, and now these 2 stitches right here are going to be 2 front post double crochet, because we're just going in line. These were back posts, so these 2 have to be front posts. And then I'm at my point, so I'm going to put 2 doubles, chain 2, and then 2 more doubles, all into that chain 2 space there. And again, these were front post double crochets, so we're going to start these with front post double crochets. Like that. And then the next ones are back post double crochets, and you can see that they are the back posts. They're going to line up. And then front post double crochets around the neck. So we're just repeating what we've been doing. So it's pretty easy. The rest of the poncho is just like this. It's just keeping the posts lined up. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this row out until I get back to the beginning. Okay, when you make it back to the end, you should have ended in your 2 front post double crochets, and now you just want to slip stitch into the top of your beginning chain 3. And now we're just going to kind of keep repeating those rows that we've been doing. So we're going to chain 3, which is going to count as a back post double crochet, and we're going to back post double crochet around the next stitch. So counting that chain 3, that's 2 back post double crochet in a row, and then we're going to do these 2 front posts into the next, Got butterfingers, so they keep dropping my yarn left and right. Okay, and then now these are going to be back posts this time. Since these were front posts, these two have to be back posts. So back post double around these two. And then we do our point right here. 2 doubles, chain 2, and then 2 more doubles, all into that same chain 2 space. And since these were back post doubles, we have to start these out as back post doubles. Just like that. And then the next two are front posts. You can see that they are. So you go ahead and do front posts here. I'm just going to keep repeating these rows. For this row, actually, it's when you get to the point, every other row, like this row will be a front post at the point, and then it'd be this row was the back post at the point. And then when you get back around and you come up here, this will be the front post again, and then next time it'll be the back post. It's just alternating at the point. And you'll be able to tell anyways, because it's always 2 front posts double crochet and 2 back posts, and then 2 front posts and 2 back posts. It'll be like that all the way around, and you'll be able to tell what comes next just by that. So I'm just gonna repeat this row for the length that I want my poncho. Every point is always going to be the same, 2 doubles, chain 2 and 2 doubles, and it's just going to keep growing because you're doing the points. It's going to get bigger each time around because we're adding more stitches at the point. So I'm going to continue doing this until I get the poncho the length that I want it to be, and you can do yours however big or small you want to do yours. And I'm not sure how many rows I'm going to do, but I'm going to keep at it, and I'll let you know here in just a second how many total rows I do. Okay, I have got the big portion of my poncho done, and I did a total of, starting from the first row we did, not counting the cowl neck, so the first row of the back post and the front post, I done a total of 31 rounds. Now you can do more if you want. You'll just need you'll need to get more yarn than what I said in the beginning, or you can do less. It's completely up to you. But I did 31, and now I'm going to go around it with a row of single crochet to clean up the edges. And you can add fringe too if you want. That is completely up to you. I like fringe. I don't usually add it because it's pretty time consuming for purpose of the video. Sometimes I do add them later if I'm going to give this to somebody and they want it. But so I made it around on my 30. This is my 31st row or round of the post stitches. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and slip stitch into the top of my beginning, chain 3, just like we did to end the rounds. Now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to go right back into the top of that chain 3, and I'm going to single crochet, just like that. And now I'm going to work 1 single crochet in every single stitch until I get to my first point of the poncho. I'm not doing front post, back post anymore. It's just 1 single crochet in the top of every stitch. And this is going to make the edges nice and clean. So just like this, and you work until you get to the first point, and then I'll meet you there and I'll show you how we'll go around that point. So Okay, I have made it to the chain 2 space or the point of my poncho, and what I want to do is I'm just going to work 4 single crochets through that chain 2 space, just like that. And now I'm going to start again, starting with this very first stitch here, working 1 single crochet in every stitch until I get to the next point of my poncho. And when I get to the next point, I'm going to work my 4 single crochets through it, and then I'll continue working around again, putting 1 single crochet in every stitch until I get back to my starting point. So it's 1 single crochet every stitch around, except for the 2 points or the 2 chain 2 spaces of the poncho, and those will get 4 single crochets in each space. And that, you can see, is cleaning up the edges quite nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and work around until I get back to the beginning. Okay, once you make it all the way around back to the beginning, you just want to slip stitch into your first single crochet, not this chain 1 but the first single crochet, and then tie that off and hide that tail. Now one more thing I'm going to do before I am finished is I'm going to go around this the top part here of the cowl neck. So I'm going to flip the cowl neck over right side, like the way that you would wear it. And I'm going to start kind of in the back of it. This thing's so big and I ain't got much room, so let me get it all situated here. Okay, I have it flipped to where the right side of the workspace of me, this is how you would wear it. The cowl neck flipped to right side up. And I'm going to start in the back here, and I'm just going to go around it with a row of single crochet. So just start in any of these stitches in the back. And this is just going to clean up this edge. And by having it facing this way, you'll have the right side of your stitches facing you. So you want to chain 1, and now go right back into that same stitch and single crochet. And now we're just going to do what we did. We're going to do 1 single crochet all the way around the collar, just to clean up this edge. So just like this, all the way around the whole collar until you get back to the beginning. When you get back to the beginning, you just slip stitch into your first single crochet, tie it off, and hide any remaining tails. Okay, once you made it all the way around and you got all your tails hidden, that is it. That is all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial, and I hope you were able to follow along okay. Remember, if you make this or anything else, I'd love to see a picture of it. You can post a picture on my Bagoday Crochet Facebook page. I'll put a link to that below in the description box. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out all my other tutorials. I have hundreds of them. And until next time, have a good day.